Hello, everyone. This is Robert again, and we're going to do another Strat-o-Matic game. And this time, I went back to the 1901 season. And baseball history in 1901, of course, is the first year that the American League was actually formed. And they wanted to see if they could play with the big boys from the National League. I decided to play out a very special game, and that actually is the first ever American League game ever played. This is the year 1901, and as you see, I have the Cleveland Blues and the Chicago White Sox, and this, as you see on the monitor, is a picture of Southside Park that was used by the Chicago White Sox at that time. And Strat-o-Matic says it's a good day for baseball, and that's a good thing. This is the first ever American League game, so I decided to do this one here. I'm going to play the home team. I'm going to play the White Sox. The computer will play the Cleveland Blues. The picture I got from Southside Park is a nice photograph of it, but as you know, the field doesn't work so well. So utilizing the baseball park locations, there was a diagram of the field, as you see there, and I put the players in their respective positions. So we'll see how this works out, as this is the first time I've actually messed with ballpark locations. So let's go. Let's play the 1901 Cleveland Blues versus the 1901 Chicago White Sox, the first ever American League baseball game. And I think we'll start as, let's see, Roy Patterson will be pitching for the White Sox. Ollie Pickering leads it off for the Blues. And the first play is a ground ball right to Patterson, and he makes a nice play and gets the batter out. So that's the first ever play in American League history. Let's all stand up and cheer, huh? Jack McCarthy's the next batter, and he hits a grounder to Hartman. And Hartman can't make the play. It's an E5, so he makes the first ever error in American League history. And McCarthy goes to first. Here's Frank Gennens. And the hit and run is on. And it's a fly ball to Hoy in center field. And Hoy couldn't get to it. McCarthy takes third. And so early on, Cleveland has runners at second and third. And with only one out in the first inning. And here's Candy LaChance. And it's a line drive right to Shugart at short. 2 men out. And now Bill Bradley will take a crack at it. And he gets a base hit. And McCarthy will score. And I'm going to throw to the lead runner. The throw is coming home. And he's got an 85% chance to make the play. I'm going to let the ball through. The split card has a 16. No cutoff. Guinness scores. The trailing runner advances. And the Cleveland Blues get the first 2 runs in American League history. Irv Beck will now bat with the runner on second, and he line drives right out to the first baseman. And at the end of 1/2, it's 2-0, and now the Chicago White Sox get their first choice. Bill Hoffer is going to pitch for the Blues, while Dummy Hoy will lead it off for the White Sox. And he grounds out right to first, and that will bring up Fielder Jones. And he grounds out to second. And now here's Sam Mertes. And it's a fly ball to center field, and he makes the catch. So at the end of 1, it's Cleveland 2, Chicago White Sox 0. And you see, it was a pretty nice ballpark. It's actually not. Some of these photos are hard to come by in an old-time dead ball era baseball. Second inning, Bill Hallman. He hits a grounder to Shugart at short. And he makes a 2-base error. So the second error by the White Sox early, as Hallman will take second base, and that will bring up Bob Wood. And that's a strikeout by Patterson. Here's Hoffer, the pitcher. And throw for the runner, which will do. And he's out. So the first stolen baseman thrown out here in American League history. There was only one game played on this first day in American League Baseball back in 1901. Let's see here. We got Bill Hoffer still at bat. And he line drives right to Shugart. And we go to the bottom of the inning. Shugart will bat. And he gets a base hit to right. He'll go to first. Well, let's have a look at him. Let's look at Frank Shugart. He's a little bit of a threat to steal. And Isbell, you can hit and run if I want. Let's see what I get if I try to put the hit and run on. It says 27% chance of a hit. Now let's try it. Let's try the hit and run. Hit and run is on, and it's a single. And it says Isbell makes the manager look like a genius. Thank you very much. So runners at first and third, nobody out, and Hartman is the batter. And Hartman also he batted .309 in 1901. And he gets a beautiful double into center to extra bases. Shugart will score. I will send the lead runner. They're going to cut the throw off, and just like that, the Chicago White Sox tie the Cleveland Blues 2-2. And Hartman is at second base. Here's Dave Brain. And he grounds one to Beck at second. And Beck makes the play and moves Hartman over to third. And that will bring up Billy Sullivan. And that's a fly ball to Jennings. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a sac fly to Jennings. He makes the play, but the run does get him to score, so the White Sox put 3 runs in the bottom of the second. And now Patterson is the bat. And it's an extra base hit to center for Patterson. It might be stretching to a triple, and safe chance 1-5. No, I think he'll be more than happy to settle with the double and bring up Dummy Hoy. Dummy Hoy batted .294 in 1901, and he's a lefty. But he actually was one of the better fielders back in the day of the dead ball era. And there's a grounder to Beck at second, and Beck makes the play. And after 2, it's Chicago 3, Cleveland 2, top of the third. Here's Ollie Pickering. And it's a deep fly ball to Hoy at center field. Could have been a triple, but he catches it. McCarthy will make the play. McCarthy actually at bat. He pops out to Hartman at third. And Frank Jennings, he hits a grounder to second. And it's 3 up, 3 down against the Cleveland Blues. And now we go to the bottom of the third. Here's Fielder Jones. And it's a ground ball to first. And 1 down. Sam Mertes. He hits a grounder to Bradley at third base, and he commits a 2-base error, which puts Mertes on at second. And so 1 out, man on first for Shugart. And that's a ground out to second, but Mertes will take third on the play. And now Isbell is up. And he grounds out to second, and he can't get the run in. We go to the 4th inning. And let's see what we got with Candy LaChance. LaChance, and that's a clean single. And LaChance goes to first. He's going to be held, as I should have held him. And LaChance, a B-rated stealer. He stole 11 bases in that year. Let's see here. So Bradley, he can't get the lead. We'll see what happens next. And look, that looks like a clean single into left field. LaChance is going to be held at second. So runners at first and second. Nobody out here for the Blues in the top of the 4th. And we'll see what Irv Beck wants to do here as he comes with the bat. And that's a grounder to Shugart at short. And Shugart makes a nice play. 6-4-3 double play, 2 men away. LaChance goes to third. And that will bring up Bill Hallman. Hallman hits a ground over to short, so with runners at first and second, nobody out. The Blues can't get any runs in. Bottom of the 4th. And Fred Hartman leads off for the White Sox. And a ground out to second, 1 down. Here's Dave Brain. He walks. And now that brings up Billy Sullivan. And that Wood's got to make a play here, and he pops out to Wood. And there's now 2 down. Brain remains at first. And now Roy Patterson, the pitcher, comes up. And that's a base hit for the pitcher. Let's see here. Man on first can try. Yeah, save chance 1-18. Sure, send the lead runner. And they're going to cut the throw off. So runners at first and third. One runner in scoring position. And here's Hoy, who's grounded out twice today. And this time he pops out to Beck. So we go to the fifth. Still 3-2 Chicago White Sox. They're actually known as the White Stockings at that time. But I still think White Sox is the way to go. Here's Bob Wood. And he grounds out to Hartman at third. And now Bill Hoffer will come up. And he strikes out. And now Ollie Pickering. And he grounds to Shugart. And Shugart makes a great play and throws him out at first for the out. Bottom of the fifth. And we'll bring up Fielder Jones, who is 0 for 2. And there's a fly ball to the right fielder. Pickering's got it. One down. Sam Mertes flied out and had a two-base error. And the split cards give a ground out to Bradley at third. And now Shugart will bat with 2 outs. And there's a grounder to Beck at second. But Beck makes the play, and we go to the sixth. Now, let's see. Jack McCarthy will lead off. And that's a clean single to left. So there's a base runner there for the Blues. And Frank Jennings will come up. He can't get the lead, so no steal attempt. And there you go. Another base hit. This one's for Jennings. McCarthy's being held at second, so now runners at first and second with nobody out. So again, the Cleveland Blues are threatening. Here's Candy LaChance. Candy LaChance batted .303. He had a home run. And I don't know if many people know of him. Unfortunately, I know a lot of people here that are watching this probably were not alive during this time. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure nobody was alive yet at this time. There's a pop out to first base. There's one down. Now Bill Bradley will come up to bat. And there's a fly ball to the left fielder. Mertes makes the catch. There'll be 2 down. Now Beck is up. And there's a clean fly to center field. So once again, the Cleveland Blues are stymied with runners at first and second. We go to the bottom of the sixth. And Frank Isbell will lead off for the White Sox. There's a grounder to Holman at short. And Holman can't make the play. It's an error. And that is the second error on the Blues. Runner at first. Hartman, let's take a look at his card. He's not really a hit and run. And Isbell with double-A stealing. Yeah, let's see if we can get him over to steal a base here. We're steal. Here we go. Let's attempt to steal. Steal a second base. Didn't get the lead. 1-9 chance. Let's see. Why not? Let's see what happens. Attempt to steal. So off to the races, and he's thrown out like a dog. So he's done. So Hartman will now bat. And Hartman grounds out to Bradley. Probably would have been a double play anyway. And then we will bring up Dave Brain. And that is a ground out. And we go to the 7th inning. Still 3-2. 7th inning now. Here's Bill Hallman. And I think Patterson will stay in there. And that's a clean single to center. So again, I'm running on first base. We'll bring up Bob Wood. He can't get the lead. And there's a ground ball to third base. 5-4-3. Double play. And now Bill Hoffer will come up. Ground ball to the shortstop. And it's time for the 7th inning stretch. Now let's see. At age 40, he was the oldest player to win a batting championship. Name that player. Ted Williams. Talk about baseball legends. Ted Williams. 328 in 1958 with the Red Sox. Grandpa had a chance to watch him. Unfortunately, I didn't. I wasn't born yet. But I sometimes wonder why there isn't an award named after him. Bottom of the 7th, the Chicago White Sox still up 3-2. And Billy Sullivan is the batter. And he lines out to second for 1 down. Roy Patterson. And he grounds out to first. And now they'll bring up Dummy Hoy. They bring in the corners. I'll just have to swing away, see what happens. And he grounds out. So 3 up, 3 down. 8th inning coming up. And Ollie Pickering. Now Roy Patterson is 81 of 120 right now. People got to realize that in the dead ball era, in the older days of baseball, relief pitching was a rarity. These pitchers usually went the whole game. It wasn't much in relief pitching. They only usually had it when the pitcher really got tired or was just getting slammed. And I mean, not just 5 little runs. I'm talking about maybe they didn't take a pitcher out until they gave up 8, 9, or 10 runs, and that's when the manager really felt that the pitcher didn't have it. This was a much different way baseball was played. Pickering at bat, and he hits a fly out to Jones. And now Jack McCarthy will come up. And we got to bring up Sullivan. Can he make a play? Yes, he can. And then now it's Frank Jennings. And he walks. So runner on first. And he'll bring up LaChance. He can't get the lead. And that looks like a clean single. Jennings is being waved to third. I will stop the other runner from advancing. There'll be runners at first and third, 2 out. There's no need to play the infield in. Bill Bradley is the batter. And we'll try to see if Roy Patterson can get him out. Here's the pitch. And it's a fly ball to left field. And we get out of the inning again. I wonder how many men are left on base. We'll check the box score at the end of the game. Bottom of the 8th. Here's Fielder Jones. And it's a fly ball that's all the way out of here. Boy, did he send that out of here. A home run for Fielder Jones. And the White Sox now lead it 4-2. And that ball had to get slammed. And I'll tell you, this is the dead ball era. So if you hit a home run during the dead ball era, that was something. That was something. Here's Mertes. And Mertes strikes out. Frank Shugart will come up to bat. And he gets a base hit to right. So another runner on first for the White Sox. And now Isbell is up. That's a pop out to first base. And now Hartman will come up to bat. And there's a base hit to center for Hartman. And we'll send the lead runner. I'm sure to get it. So first and third now for Dave Brain to see if the White Sox get another insurance run. And they get a walk. The bases are loaded for Billy Sullivan. Let's take a look at him real quick. Billy Sullivan batted .245, 56 RBIs. I guess one of the weaker players for the White Sox that time. Let's see if he can make a play. And he grounds out right to third. So we go to the 9th inning with Chicago leading 4-2. And Roy Patterson looks like I think I can get him to go the whole way. See what happens. Irv Beck leads up. And he grounds out to Shugart. 1 down, 2 to go. Bill Holman. And Jimmy McKellar brings in George Yeager to pinch hit. So he'll go up against Patterson here. Got to do something, I guess. And he swings and misses, strikeout. And that will bring up Bob Wood. Last chance for the Cleveland Blues. And he grounds out to Shugart. Throw on to first. And the game is done. So let's have a look at the box score. So the 1901 Chicago White Sox win the first ever American League game over the 1901 Cleveland Blues by a score of 4-2. Let's see. Nobody scored much, and nobody really scored much with RISP. The Blues were 1 for 10. The White Sox 1 for 7. Roy Patterson allowed Clark Griffith to rest his bullpen, tossing a complete game at Southside Park. Very good in the win. He just gave up 8 hits and a walk. Let's see. How many left on base? The Blues left 6 players on base. The White Sox left 7. So we didn't get many in there either. Only about 5,000 people attended this game? What? 5,000 people? Are you kidding me? This is baseball. Well, truth of the matter is that 5,000 actually was a lot back in that day in the early 1900s. So, that's it. I want to thank you very much for watching today's presentation. And I might just go ahead use Strat-o-Matic and present one game from each season as we move forward. I've already done a 1902 game. I'll probably do a 1903 game. Probably either exhibition or maybe a league game. We'll have a look. Until then, I want to thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like if you did like my presentation. Comments are always good. Bad or bad, if you got to say something bad about him. I know, and as usual, I said before, I do sound like a geek, so can't help it. That's what this headset does. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching, and have a good time, and stay safe out there. Bye now.